All right, so in this video, we are talking about this custom Cuban link chain, Miami Cuban link chain that I received from Garcia Jewelry with the diamond sleek lock. And I want to talk all about the process and then my opinions after living with this chain for a couple of months and wearing it for a couple of months. Again, I did an unboxing video which has got a lot of the particulars. Maybe check out that video as well. But I really wanted to do this video because when I was researching getting a Miami Cuban link chain and looking at the different manufacturers down in Miami, it was difficult for me to figure out exactly what the process was going to be like. There's a lot of reviews about particular products. Garcia's is one of the, I don't think they're not very well known, but one of the lesser known. Like Daniel Jewelry really dominates at least the social media aspect of the market. I decided to go with Garcia's after doing my due diligence and reading a lot of reviews. And I want to talk about this piece in particular and also about the process. So first, the particulars. This is an 8mm piece, 8 millimeters in width and 14 karat yellow gold solid piece with, again, diamonds on the sleek lock, and the length being 22 inches. And I know that's a big sticking point for a lot of people, the 22 or 24, and I'll talk about why I selected the 22. So first, let's go all the way back and talk about the process. So I actually went to Miami, not particularly just to go to Garcia's. I was in Miami and I wanted to go in personally because online, the diamond sleek lock option is not an option you can pick online. And I didn't really want to do this through email. I don't know, maybe it's just the old school in me. I wanted to actually go and speak to someone at Garcia's Jewelry just to make sure that they could get it right. The first thing that I didn't expect is Garcia's Jewelry is very, very small. It's in this small little strip mall right next to a Pizza Hut. We were staying in South Beach, maybe a 20-30 minute drive off of South Beach, north, I believe, from South Beach, outside of Miami. And inside was only about where customers could sit or where customers were allowed to be was only about 100 square feet, maybe, I'm estimating. Just one counter space, not a lot of in-stock products. They certainly had things that you could buy, but not a lot in stock. And again, this was a custom made piece. I had them make this piece. So again, you talk to the guy through kind of bulletproof or security glass. Obviously, for security reasons, they've got high dollar pieces back there. And we went in. There was a couple people in front of us, but not too much of a wait, and spoke to the gentleman. He knew exactly what we were looking for. I brought up I wanted a custom diamond sleek lock, and he said, yep, no problem. Even though it's not something that they do online, it's something they're very familiar with. So that was the initial process. They quoted me a price, we agreed on that, and then they quoted me 8 to 10 weeks as far as production before it would ship out. So that's the first part of the process. Was we actually went in and I ordered this in person, and they quoted me 8 to 10 weeks. So then we go home and then we wait. And we wait and we wait, and you're anticipating them send you that email where it's shipping. 8 weeks goes by, and I'm like, oh, it's got to be happening soon. Then we get to 10 weeks, and I'm like, well, it's a custom piece. They told me that it was going to take a while. They've got to hand set the diamonds in the lock. I'll give them a couple more weeks. I emailed them back at week 12. And then they emailed back, it's almost ready. We're just finishing things up, another week or so. And then I gave them another week. Then 2 weeks, I emailed them back, like, any updates again? And then they emailed back, yes, again, we're just about finished. Sorry for the delay. And this went on back and forth maybe 2 or 3 times. And so they quoted me 8 to 10 weeks. 10 weeks, absolutely, I had no problem with. I would have had no problem them quoting me any length of time, to be honest. But that just kept happening where they would say, yeah, we're almost finished. Yeah, we're almost finished. I actually received this on August 18th. So it went from 8 weeks, so 2.5 months. It was actually more like 4.5 months that I waited to get this piece. And again, I'm not saying that I'm upset or anything with the length of time that it took. The issue really was, this concept of over-promising and under-delivering. And, so that's more of the case. So if anybody from Garcia is watching this, your customer service is great. I'll talk about the actual piece, what matters, the product, in just a second. But the customer service was great, except for I would work on the fact that if you are going to say that something is going to happen by a certain deadline, try to hit that deadline. I would have much preferred if when I emailed at 12 weeks, if you would have emailed back, if they would have emailed back, hold your horses, chill out, we'll get to it when we're gonna get to it. We're gonna make you an excellent piece, but it's gonna take some time, so give us time, and just kind of blew me off that way, rather than kind of string me along like that. Again, not that it's all that big of a deal. At the end, it doesn't make all that much of a difference, but if it's gonna take 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, whatever, just say it's gonna take this long, and we need that long to make a really good piece. Again, what counts is that you get a really good piece, not that it's done right, not fast. All right, let's talk about the actual piece. I love it. I absolutely love it. Every time I wear it, somebody comments on it. When you're out in the sun, the diamonds sparkle like crazy. I got a question on my previous unboxing video, particularly on what kind of diamonds I got, and I'll be honest with you, I have no idea. I asked for a diamond sleek lock, and that was as far as it went. So I can't tell you the clarity or anything about the diamonds. All I can tell you is that they flash when you're out in the light. When light hits them, they flash, and they're small. They're really, again, they're small on there. And with diamonds, the smaller they are, the less clarity and things like that really make that much a difference. I know that I'm not here. I'll try to get in the light a little bit better, but then it won't focus, of course. So the bigger a diamond is, the more that clarity actually matters. The chain is perfect. All of the links, I mean, they're real tight links. They're all very uniform. It lays on the neck really, really well. It's not overly heavy, but you can tell that it's there. Absolutely no complaints with the piece itself. It was well worth the wait. I just wish I would have known what the weight was actually going to be. I'll just show you how to use the lock here. You kind of stick this tongue piece, or the grooved piece, I guess, I don't know what they call it, over this tongue here, and it just kind of slips and holds in. And then here, I'll let you hear the click. So it clicks in really tight, and almost so much so that it's a little bit difficult to open up. And so again, let's talk real quick about why I picked 22. And I'll try to put it on. It's a little tricky to put on, to be honest, sometimes, because it is a little short. You gotta actually look what you're doing, and you can kind of go cross-eyed a little bit trying to get it in, but I've worked on it a little bit. There's that click, and I'll wind it around here. So why did I go with 22? Why did I go with 8mm? Now, I'm glad I went in, because I was thinking about different sizes, of ordering different sizes when I was looking at different manufacturers online and reading reviews and things like that. So I'm glad I went in, because they let me try a couple different sizes on that they had in stock. Nothing that matched this exactly, or else I would have just bought it right then and there. But they let me try a different sizes on, and I was actually going to go for a 24. That's what I was thinking, and with good reason here. I'll mention in just a second. But I went with 22 because I'm a little bit more of a slim guy, 6'1", 160 pounds, 15.5-inch collar size, neck size, and it seems to hit me just right. The 24 that I tried on, I don't know if this reference is going to land home with many people or not, but I felt like I was getting that Leisure Suit Larry look, where you had to have if you were going to wear a button shirt, it had to be unbuttoned all the way down for you to actually see it. Like, it was just hanging really, really low. To be honest, that's just my style. I just didn't like that look. So I like where the 22 actually hits. The issue with 22, as everybody knows, is you cannot slip that back over your head. Like, it's so close, but you can't, it just can't be slipped right on and right off, which would be quite the advantage, because then you don't have to use the lock. Now, the lock, seems very, very snug. Again, sometimes it's a little tough just to get it on and off, which isn't a bad thing. But there's always that fear that the lock will fail the more you open it and close it. And if you never have to open it and close it and just set it over your head, that's a big advantage. But At the end of the day, it's all about looks. How does it look when it's on? You want the piece that looks the best when it's on, and I'm glad I went with 22, and I'm glad I went down because I was thinking about 7, and then I'm telling you, you can tell the difference when you try on 7mm width as opposed to 8, and the 8 just looked better, a little bit more neck presence there, I guess. This one clocked in at $7,190. I think that's it. I think that covers everything from soup to nuts. Again, very, very happy with the end result, with the end product. I wear it a lot, not all the time, not on a day-to-day basis, again, because I don't want to sleep with it. I don't want to take showers in it. Again, that's just my personal preference, and I don't want to mess with the lock a lot. So it's mostly weekends and going out and things like that, but super happy with the end result product. The chain's great. I'm no expert, but I am super, super happy. And the only sticking point really is not the time period, not the fact that it took a long time to make, but just the answers to how long it's going to take when I was asking them. So again, I'm just being critical of that because I think if they see this video, this could be something that they could easily improve upon. And again, I would rather them have just blown me off and say, we're gonna get done with it when we wanna get done with it. We're gonna make you an awesome piece like they did, but chill out and we'll get it to you when we get it to you. All right, that's it. Leave me any comments you have and I will try to answer those in the comment section below. I hope to see you in future videos. Take care.